This is Zachariah Bourne, and as a dating coach, a question I get a lot is, why am I still single? Why am I still single? Well, I have some answers for you. Today we're going to talk a little bit about that. One of the things that I see with a lot of people is they judge themselves for being single. And I think we really have to let go of the idea that dating someone is a status symbol or it's something that you have to get to. It's like people are trying to rush. They're trying to rush everything. Okay, they start dating someone, they try to rush to being in a relationship, and then try to rush to being married, and they try to rush to have kids, right? And then they have kids. But then look at so many people's lives who do have all of those things and are incredibly unhappy, right? And so it's really not about those. It's about really enjoying the little moments, enjoying every step, because that makes everything way more delicious, right? If you have a meal and it's just instantly in your stomach, it's not delicious. So one of the things that'll make you actually get there faster is enjoying every little step along the way. I know it sounds a little bit lightweight, but actually if you apply it, it's serious. It makes a big difference. You got to enjoy each little step, because when you're enjoying each little step, when you're with someone, you're having an incredible experience, they're going to have an incredible experience. Don't you have the most incredible experiences when someone is having an incredible experience with you? It's like when those people are really happy and all of a sudden they're pulling you up, right? They're pulling you into that. Who doesn't want to have incredible experiences? So you got to start having that, savoring, right? And another main thing that people fall into, and I see this a lot, is they're not ready. They're not ready. If you don't have a relationship, you're not ready. You're not ready. And there's a lot of things that go into readiness that people don't realize. And of course, I think everybody knows you got to let go a lot of the old wounds and things like that. And the insecurity probably kills more relationships than all other things. Insecurity, maybe all other things put together. And so we got to let go of that. It's not just letting go of that, it's replacing that. You got to replace that with confidence. But we'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. And one of the big things that I notice is that makes you ready is you have to be okay with losing the relationship. You got to be okay with losing the relationship. If you're not okay with losing something, how are you going to attract it to you, right? When someone's really desperate for something, do you want to give it to them? No, you don't. You realize that all the time. All the time. When someone's desperate and really wants something, you're like, I don't want to give it to them. One, because they can't appreciate it. When someone's desperate, they're so far from a state of appreciation, so far from it, that there's almost this backlash when you give it to them, right? It almost like hurts because they can't accept it. And it's like you finally give it to them and they're like, could have given it to me sooner, right? Haven't you felt that before? So instead, we got to get ourselves into a state of appreciation. We got to get ourselves in a really positive state. We got to start expecting things to go well for us in our relationships. We got to expect strongly. Got to feel it deep down, right? Got to feel it in the loins, right? In a positive way. Positive way, guys. We got to make sure that we are okay with losing it. Because this is what happens with clients I'm coaching all the time too, is we get them we get them like partway there, and so they start getting some success, right? They haven't fully formed up. They're still insecure. They still have things going on, but it's part of the process, right? You're not going to get there overnight. And so you start becoming more secure, things start going well, you start getting some more attraction, you start getting the people you like, right? And then you switch back to old habits, start being clingy, or start pushing them away in some subconscious way. This happens so often I can't even begin to describe it. Oh my God. And so this happens, and then they go away, right? But then that person I'm coaching is devastated, right? And that's really the point, is it shouldn't be yours until you're ready for it. And they become devastated, and then it sets them way back, and they start thinking all those old things again and not about the progress they've made and keep moving forward. So we have to become ready with losing it at any time. Just make each day, each experience delicious in its own right. Just be excited to just enjoy that date, that experience, that text message, and let that be enough. That even if it goes away, I enjoyed this. Even if it goes away, I enjoyed this, right? And it also keeps you from overextending and investing too much in a negative way, putting too much into a relationship, which a lot of people do, right? It's like after 3 dates, they're like, oh my God, our kids are going to be so beautiful, right? If you start having that kind of reaction, you're not ready, right? We have to become ready. We have to be a little bit more cool-headed. We got to be more calm. And if we just make it just about this one little experience, this is good, and if that's the end of it, it's good. And then the next experience, another good one. And that's how you build a really solid foundation. And also, that's how you get to really know someone in a deep way, in a positive way. If this little experience is enough, we keep going, and we keep going. And then if you keep choosing each other day after day after day after day, that's how you build something really beautiful. That's how you build something special, spectacular. That's how you do that, right? You just give what feels right, just for that moment. And it also keeps people from putting too much in too early, or expecting too much from the other person, right? A lot of people, they give so much and they're like, why aren't you giving back? Well, maybe they're not ready to give that much. That's why you just make it about the single experiences, right? So these are a lot of reasons that we might still be single. Another thing is too, another big reason you might be single, you might just have more work to do. You may not be where you want to be. And you may not be expecting it to be the way you want it to be, right? You may, if you're mad at guys or mad at women for the way they've treated you in the past, and every time you just get this anger, right? You're not ready. That's going to keep you single forever, right? And so you gotta start creating that love in yourself. You got to start creating that love in yourself. If you want to be with someone else, you got to have, it's like kickstarting a car, right? Or push starting a car, sorry. If any of you guys have push started a car, right? The car is dead on the side of the highway, right? That's your love life, okay? Dead on the side of the highway. Gotta have a little fun with this, guys, right? You gotta make dating fun. You gotta make this whole thing fun. So your relationship is there, on the side of the highway, broken down, and then you're like, look at all these people flying by me in states of love, these vehicles breezing past. And what you got to do is, of course, you got to let go of the negative emotion, right? Those are like your brakes. The resentment and negative emotion, those are your brakes. You're not going to get anywhere, right? So instead, we got to push start it. And so we got to start creating those positive emotions just within us for no reason. For no frickin' reason. Just because we want to, right? Creating those positive feelings, and as you get more positive, you can start creating that feeling of love, that euphoric feeling of love, because that's what it really is. It's an emotional state. Love is an emotional state. So we have to create. So it's like push starting a car. So you get a little bit of love, you get more positive emotion going, right? It's like you're pushing it, right, by yourself. Nothing is turning it over yet, and you get it up going to a certain speed, right? Then you start feeling that love, right? Then you can turn the engine over and it'll start up a little bit, right? It'll start up a little bit. Then you can get everybody in the car, that other person that you like, and then you can start going. That's how you do it. But you got to create that love in yourself, and then the motion forward can start. But it's just you. You're the only one creating the power when you're getting it going, right? So it's about reframing, changing the way we feel about relationships, expecting better, feeling really good, getting that positivity going. That's how we get it going in ourselves, and then other people join us, right? Other people come, they're attracted to that, they feel what we got going. If we're happy without it, we're good, we're moving, and that's how we do it. And so that's why you're still single. And that's how to change it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit subscribe if you liked it. There's a bunch more videos on my YouTube channel. Hit the alert as well. You can follow me on Instagram for daily inspiration. And also join me in the Romance Academy with Zachariah Bourne Facebook group. You can search for that. You got to put the whole thing in, Romance Academy with Zachariah Bourne. And we discuss all that stuff in there. We got new videos, new content. I'm answering your questions in there as well. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Again, Zachariah Bourne. Take care.